Alcoholism is a death sentence. It's not a quick death either, it's a slow, painful death. You don't just keel over with a heart attack. And one of the first things you notice as you start to go downhill is your mental health, really, and how you become insular, you lose your confidence, that sort of thing. Now, I'm speaking from a position of experience here, because I've drunk steadily then heavily most of my life. And in the end, I started to lose focus on everything, and alcohol took over. Basically, what we do is we start off with this con trick that alcohol is going to make things better. And it might do short term. It might take the anxiety away of social situations. It might be with a stimulant as well, to allow you to relax, all that sort of thing. But it all comes back 100 times harder to hurt you physically and mentally. I'm not putting anybody off here drinking. If you want to drink yourself into oblivion, that's up to you. I'm just trying to help you with my experience of what happened to me, what's happened to many of my friends, ex-colleagues and people I know, because none of the heavy drinkers that I know that have kept drinking have survived long. 0%. And the people who have come off and gone back to drinking again, their rate of relapse and back on the drink again is 100%. You can't just have one. People say just have one, that won't hurt you. One's going to hurt you, one's going to maybe kill you. So it's a con trick that alcohol is good for you. It's all a nonsense. It's a drug, it's poison. You've got to stop putting this rubbish into your body. It really is bad for you. It's not highlighted enough in my view. And you get help when you're at the end of the bottle, really. Things will start to catch up with you. You'll mentally collapse, basically. And in turn, you'll physically collapse because you'll start not focusing on yourself. Your whole world will be taken up by alcohol. And you have to have an incentive to stop. The biggest thing for me was my daughter when I was really ill. But when you get into the addiction side of things, you're drinking so much that you don't care. That's the danger. You stop caring about your family, you stop caring about yourself, you stop caring about everything, really. And you'll do anything for that last drink, or that first drink of the day, or in fact continuous drinking when you get into what I did, And it becomes a very devastating, vicious cycle, to be honest with you. I defy anybody to battle it without some help and without some knowledge, and to just stop is dangerous. You can't just stop drinking. So it kills your dreams. It's one of these things where you start off with good intentions and always ends up in disaster. All the bad mistakes I've made have been when I've been drinking. All of them. You've got to think about where you want to be. And I stopped, in my view, forever, 5 years ago, and it's been the best decision of my life. Because massive changes have happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been sober. And it's happened to other people as well, not just me. The body will fight for you if you give it a chance. If you keep going back to the drink, it won't. And as I said, I'm not putting people off drinking. You can do what you like. You're all adults, hopefully, watching this. I'm just trying to give you a bit of a nudge here from somebody who's been through it, both ends, really. I've had the highs and the lows, and the extremely lows, really. And I've had hospital visits, I've had hospital stays, I've had operations, I've had all sorts of chats with people. I've tried different ways to stop. And my biggest fear is relapse, but I think that's gone now because I'm sober confident. When you get sober confident, you're not going to relapse. But when you start to get more into drink, your whole world gets smaller. That makes sense. I wasn't able to travel, I wasn't able to go anywhere, do anything. And it's much easier to have a drink than not. And that's the trap, really, isn't it? I just have one. I'm speaking to quite a few people at the moment who've tried dry January. There's a lot of people struggling just to get over a month. Because you get to this point, and I did mentally and physically, when I'd been off for a few weeks or a few months, I can control this. I want to be back into the pub because it's such a socially acceptable thing. It was a massive part of my life. It's a massive part of most people's lives, actually, unless they've got a really good focus. A lot of successful people are heavy drinkers, reformed, basically. A lot of alcoholics do well after they get sober because they refocus. And when you refocus, you don't want to pass away. You don't want to have a terrible life. You don't want to have a scruffy flat. You don't want to have no money. You want a good relationship. You want to see your children. You want everything to be positive again. And I've overcompensated a little bit, I think, which is good because I keep myself fit. I watch what I'm eating. Very, very careful what I eat because I know things have damaged and have been damaged in my body. Alcohol will damage all of the organs in the body, including the brain. And it's not just liver, you know. You've got pancreatitis, which is a killer, massive killer. A lot of people don't realise how much adverse effect alcohol has on the blood pressure and the heart. So you get a lot of strokes, heart attacks, obesity, diabetes, cancers linked to alcohol. There's a massive list of things can go wrong with you when you're drinking. And when you get to the point you can't stop, you've got to try and get some help. You've got to get help. Not try, you've just got to get help. A lot of it comes from inside your head as well. My head was too far gone. Don't let it get to that stage. I'm here to prevent this sort of thing happening. There's too many people dying of it. Last year was the highest ever alcohol-related deaths in the UK. And you hear all this thing about all these people who are younger aren't drinking as much. Somebody's drinking heavily, aren't they? If all these people are dying, we're supposed to be living longer. I think the curve of longevity started to swing down a bit, to be fair. I think it plateaued when the kids that were born during the war and that sort of thing, they've lived to the 90. And that's it, the last 20 years, 30 years even. People are eating the wrong things. People are drinking more. The pubs are open longer. There's more availability. And if it's available, they're going to do it. I think there'll be a lot of problems during the lockdown as well, when people are at home. They don't have to get up for work, lose a bit of focus and drink more. So stop putting this rubbish in your body. Look at it, and you pick up a glass of beer and think, God, this is poison, it's not going to do me any good. I don't think anybody could say to me, I've had 8 pints of beer and I feel really good today. You might feel all right for a few hours, but it's a lot of short gain, isn't it? For a very long pain when you start to count the money in your pocket and you start to look at yourself and think, I'm a little bit tired, a little bit rough, I feel I can't focus today, I don't really want to go to work. Sunday's a great day for what they call the fears, isn't it? When people have had too much to drink over the weekend. And people celebrate in this country when they get a bank holiday, not because they can do something with the family or do something for themselves. They celebrate bank holidays because they think, well, I'm going to drink more. That's the culture here, isn't it? I mean, I live in the UK at the moment. That's what I'm focusing on. It's probably still in the States, I think. Now, to break this cycle, you've got to have a plan of action. And you've got to get off the drink. You need a reason. I think a lot of people say to me, why did you stop 5 years ago? Because my daughter asked me to, basically. That was my main push. And a few people I know at the moment who are alcoholics, actually, recovering as it were. Some have been finished alcohol 8 years, some 3 years, some 2 years. And some of them said they would go back if something drastic happened. And they said to me, you know, would you have another drink if this and that you haven't? I don't know. I hope not. But I wouldn't want to let people down. I wouldn't want to let myself down. I've come a long way. You can come a long way as well. Stop putting this rubbish in your body and you'll have a long life. You'll have a longer life. No one knows what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen the next hour, do we? Or tomorrow or next week. But give your body a chance. Give your body a chance to heal and give your mental health a chance to heal and think more clearly, focus on your life. And overall become a better person, because there's nothing like waking up in the morning confident and your mind's rested and you feel at peace, because alcoholism for me caused total and utter chaos. So if you benefit from the channel, then please subscribe and share it. I've got an ebook with the links in the description as well, which will help you. It's only £5. It's got a few handy hints and tips to stop relapse, which was my main issue anyway. And if you want me to cover any particular subjects, then drop me a comment and I'll speak to you all very soon.